Happy Wednesday. It is day 6 of our 30-day meditation challenge. We had a great Tuesday night discussion group. A bunch of our regulars and a few new friends showed up, and it was just wonderful hearing how people's challenges getting off. This has been a great start for the year for me. I want to thank everybody for participating. Very motivating to have this community behind this effort to start off our 2021 on the right foot. And for me, that means eating a little bit healthier, exercising a bit, and meditating every day. So thanks for the help. I want to talk about a little bit of a challenging topic today. I want to talk about our meditation practice and processing loss. A very dear friend of mine lost somebody important to her this last week, and she's grieving. Totally appropriate range of emotions, from anger to sadness and everything in between. I was thinking a little bit about how my meditation practice has and maybe hasn't helped me through periods of grief. Loss is uniquely disrupting to a human being. I believe that our subconscious really only experiences somebody is there or there is not. Breakups, the loss of a pet, the loss of a job, the death of a loved one. We internalize those on a base emotional level as absence. So my personal belief is the single most important thing we do when we're grieving and we're experiencing loss is surround ourselves by people that we love and who we know love us. That doesn't rectify and do all the healing. So I think back a little bit to 2013. I had been married for 6 years, a woman I had been with for 12, and we got divorced. It was rather sudden from my perspective. In retrospect, maybe not so much, but at the time it really was a strike out of the blue. And at that point, I think I was on my longest meditation streak. I think I was on something like 170 days. I was sitting really rigorously every day. My practice was very central in my life. I did not sit and meditate for the first 6 weeks after we started to break up. Why? I knew what was waiting for me when I got to the meditation cushion. The kind of meditation practice that we do here, a mindfulness practice, a vipassana practice, a zazen or a zen practice, these are all ways of waking up to our life and living it more fully. And that can be really wonderful when it's the start of 2021 and we're grateful it's not 2020 anymore, and I'm feeling good and healthy, and it's great to wake up to my life right now. But when I'm going through a divorce or experiencing other kinds of loss, it can be very natural to avoid this. So after a few weeks, I realized that avoiding the meditation cushion for me was not going to be the solution. There's no way around processing these kinds of loss. There's only going through it. And what I discovered was I just wasn't ready to sit and concentrate and really be fully exposed to the depth of my heartbreak and the sort of, trauma's a little too strong of a word, but just the heartache, the misery that comes with a marriage falling apart. So for the first time in my life, because I'm typically not a fan, and that's just a personal preference, I turned to guided meditation. And for 2 or 3 weeks, when I first started to sit back down on the cushion, I was listening to really strongly visually guided meditations, things that allowed me to settle down, to be physically present, to have some of the soothing and calming experience that can come with a guided meditation, but without sort of the double blast, shotgun of being, stuck with the mindfulness experience, really confronted with all of that grief at one time. So I think I'll stop there. But so how does our meditation practice help with loss? My reaction would be it might not be the best first tool. Maybe we need to focus on being with loved ones. Maybe we need to ease ourselves back into this. I find journaling to be a really valuable tool. We'll talk about that when we talk about anxiety a little bit later in the month. I should add one thing before I wrap this up. I'm going to have to splice this in. I missed this last bullet point here on the first recording. Uh, Eventually, I did need to sit with the experience. Again, there is no way around processing. I think the point I wanted to make is meditation, just running to the cushion, isn't always my first solution. So I needed a little bit of time. I needed to be surrounded by people I loved. I needed a little therapy and I needed some guided meditation. But eventually, I did have to get back to the cushion, and it was safer for me. It was a little more, emotionally tolerable experience to do that once I had a little bit of processing and a little bit of space. So there's no right or wrong way to do this. Just because we're a meditation group doesn't mean we always have to run right to the meditation cushion to solve our problems. It's a powerful tool, but fortunately it's not the only tool we have for dealing with the stuff that life throws at us. So certainly thinking of my friend, my best friend, and sending her love today. Hope everybody is having, if you're having half as good of a 30-day challenge as I am, it's going pretty well for you. Thursday, tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, we have our last beginners session. It'll be on Zoom. It's our normal place, newleafmeditationproject.org/connect for our Zoom channel. Hope to see you there. Let's do our 3 minutes of meditating together if you haven't got your sitting in yet today. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.